By applying the core principles of Greg McKeown's book Effortless to a handful of MacBook productivity apps, I've been able to far surpass anything I thought I could have achieved, and I want to share those processes and the ideas behind them with you today. The main concept of Effortless is to take complex tasks and break them down into their essential elements in an easy, enjoyable, and repeatable way. This is exactly the approach that I've taken to constructing my Notion board. Notion is such a powerful tool that many people run their entire lives out of it, but in keeping with the Effortless principles, I decided to make it a place of focus, and I really just wanted everything to be geared around me getting my YouTube videos out into the world. And it literally starts with pressing one button to create a new video page. From here, I have 2 page templates, one for videos and one for YouTube Shorts, and when I click on either of those, it will populate the page with everything I need to get that video made. At the top of the page, I'll have all the properties that I need to assign to this video, which will help me to keep track of its progress, but also to hone my thinking and make it a little bit more defined about what exactly I'm trying to achieve with this very video. But slightly below all that is where the action actually happens, and it's here that I'll be able to brainstorm my ideas, get some concepts down for thumbnails, and even write the body copy. Now, Notion is all built around databases, so when I've completed this card, it will actually find itself in my video library, where I can look at it alongside all the other video ideas that I've got. I have this sorted by the publication date, and it just allows me to get a quick view of the roadmap of what's ahead. But I can also quickly flip this into a calendar view, so I actually see that charted out over time, and it really helps me to focus what I need to be doing in any particular week. Another way that I really make sure all of my videos belong together is by going back into the card, adding a thumbnail, and then clicking this concept button. Now what this does is it populates this video into my thumbnails tab, and then that gives me an overview of all the videos I've got on my channel, mimicking the way that YouTube would present them. I can double check whether my thumbnail and title work together and whether they also fit in with the aesthetic of the rest of my channel. Now, one thing I've really wanted to do but struggled to actually get off the ground is my newsletter. And I think the reason for this is that I was originally trying to do it in Notion, but it's not actually a project that I find is suited to that particular tool. And so I've taken it out into the sponsor of today's video, Scrintal, to see if I can make more progress over there. Just like Notion, Scrintal is a database system, but its approach to it is subtly different, and that means that you can build up modular projects much more easily. What Scrintal allows me to do is take individual concepts and put them into their own card, where I can build them out with images or useful links, and then arrange these cards with similar topics that can come together to complete a full newsletter. You can add hashtags into each of the cards, which makes it really easy to search for a topic like gaming if you're working on a gaming newsletter, and then you basically can link those to the newsletter in question by just dragging a line over to it and using it almost as like a parent block for your particular group of notes. One of the main things that I learned from Effortless was that it's easy to work in short focused bursts than try to dedicate an entire afternoon to something that you're really struggling with. And I think Scrintal really embodies this philosophy of working and has allowed me to get so much more done. Check out the link in the description to find out for yourself, and thanks for Scrintal for sponsoring this video. Now, this is all well and good, but as a busy dad who has a full-time job and this YouTube channel, I do really struggle to find time to sit down and even write for 30 minutes. But one thing that really saves me is an application called Just Press Record. So Just Press Record actually sits across your MacBook, your iPad, and your Apple Watch, and it allows you to dictate from any of those devices and then transcribe it later on when you get back onto your computer. This is really cool because if you have your hands full when inspiration comes to you, you can just press one button on your watch and start speaking into the microphone. Later, you come back to your computer and the recordings are all there for you, and you can make a transcription of your audio, edit the text into something that's a little bit easier to read. Loads of the scripts for my YouTube Shorts and for this newsletter do actually come from using Just Press Record. If you haven't got this particular application or an Apple Watch, then don't worry too much, because you can actually replicate a lot of it just by creating Apple Notes and using the dictation feature on either your iPhone or your MacBook. And if you can just get over that social awkwardness and just start using dictation, you'll see just how powerful it really is. For a really effortless existence though, an amazing thing to do is set up some automation, and you don't have to be a computer programmer to actually do this. this. And one of my favorite applications to use is Elgato's Stream Deck. This is the software that's built for Elgato's Stream Deck devices, which actually sit on your desk and are basically a touchpad that will allow you to execute different commands at the press of a button. But what a lot of people don't know is that you don't actually need that device to make the most of Elgato's software, because they actually have an iPhone app that will allow you to store up to 6 commands on your phone for absolutely no cost and use that to operate functions on your MacBook. This can be really useful if you're constantly having to type the same text into your computer, whether that's prompts for an AI copilot or even just body copy of a sales email that you send very often. I've also got all of my essential Excel functions in there so I don't have to remember them off the top of my head. A button that will chain hotkeys together and start a screen recording in QuickTime, and another one that will clear my cache in Safari. And I've even got a little button that shows me when a video from my channel has gone live, so I can click on that and head straight into the video, which is a good idea if you don't want to miss any more intentional tech videos. If you do want to hear more about how this all works, then I'll leave some videos here. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.